Chapter 20, 7:05 p.m. Even for the eyes of a jaguar, the rainforest is dark, but the things I saw gliding like a ghost across the jungle floor. It was like some incredible theme park ride. One of those haunted houses where each turn of a little car you're in brings you face to face a new goblin or ghoul or skeleton. But it wasn't dead spirits saw my trip for the rainforest. It was life. Life in more shapes and types you can imagine. Huge snakes 20 feet long and big around its branches they hung from, and snakes so tiny they'd almost could have been worms. Monsters, insects, beetles the size of your fist, centipedes as big as rats, and rats as big as poodles. At least they look like rats. And frogs in bright, warning, touch me and die colors. And ants there were some marching on columns, each carrying a piece of leaf 10 times in size. Lizards shot past, flashed to green, what I assume were salamanders like lizards in brilliant, slimy colors. And overhead, birds and monkeys and more birds. We had been blind as bats tromping for the rainforest or human bodies. We'd seen nothing, but the jaguar saw and smelled and heard everything. A million species of life filled the forest around us, forms of life stranger than anything come from outer space. Incredible, insane, brilliant life, all fighting to stay alive, working to grab one little piece of the rainforest. It was overwhelming, and for a long time none of us said anything. We were discovering a world we never even guessed at. As if Paul and people had been transported to shopping mall on Christmas time, they would amaze and stun all the things man creates. But now the reverse was happening. This is the world the jaguar knew. It was the world that Apollo and his people knew. Their shopping mall at Christmas time filled not with all things man makes, all the wild, insane, amazing, extreme, shocking creativity of nature. Every time I thought, well, I've seen it all, the rainforest answered, kid, you haven't seen anything. Take a look at this bird. Look at that flower. Look at this creature. Little human boy, I have more to show you than you could see in 10 lifetimes. Okay, Rachel said, bringing the silence at last. I take it back. I don't want to pay for the rainforest. I don't care if it's deadly, dangerous and deadly and trying to kill us. You have an amazing plan, Axe said. Amazing. Surprisingly, it's Cassie reminds us of our mission. We have very little time left to get to the Blade ship. You're right, Cassie. I thought you were enjoying this, the ultimate nature walk. It is, and you're just want to destroy anything else they can. I'm not going to let that happen. So let's haul butt, find a Blade ship, and get back where we should be. So you gotta keep fighting because no one, man, or aliens messing up this place while I'm around to stop them. Yes, ma'am, I said. I see lights ahead, Marco said. High above us. I'm over the lights now. It's not a village, it's the Blade ship. And guess what? They're dragging a bug fire here too. Something about the fact that it was with the Blade ship made me uneasy. There's a reason for how people drag two ships together. There's something wrong there. Something I should see. Something I should realize. But I shook it off. My problem is I need a plan. It's time to think, not time to worry about things that made no sense. Chapter 21, 7:36 p.m. We crept silent as a dream for the bush. 1 foot in front of the other, slide through leaves, our jaguar spots confusing to the eye, invisible. The Harbinger chopped down a clearing across the Blade ship, their Titans crawling over around the ship working feverishly. They appeared to finish working the bug fire. They're like gigantic centipedes with raw, red, circular mouths and one end of wrinkled eyes like red jello. They fit right in, Marco said. I was saying the same thing. They could be rainforest natives. Even by rainforest standards, they would have been huge. Not enough Harbinger, said. They should be more. Many more. Should be ringing the perimeter. I count just 5. Wait, look inside the ship for that window. Visitor 3. I stared hard to the outline of an ant-like head. Yeah, good. At least you know where he is. What do you do? Rachel asked. She's asking me. I didn't happen to have any brilliant answers. Okay, we know Visitor 3 needs the bug fire to get back to our time, right? We have the computer core, so they can't use it without us. So we could bargain with him, but he can't be trusted. Or we could sneak on board the Blade ship, just leave the computer where we could find it. If he happens to find it lying around and know how it got here, he's going to know what we're up to. Time is running out, Axe said. If we still wait inside the ship and don't give him the core, we're trapped here along with him, Cassie pointed out. Well, they have a swing, so I might just hope there'd be an answer, but there wasn't. I don't know, alright? I don't know too. I don't have a magic answer. Jake, you're supposed to be our fearless leader, Marco said. I swear I almost lost it right then. If we opened human form, I had punched him. I never said I was anyone's leader. I never asked to lead anything. Why do I have to have the answers? You don't, Marco. You don't, Rachel. Ah, man, Marco grumped. Jake, you can't lose it, man. We need you. I thought say something very rude, Cassie interrupted. Something's been bothering me. Why is Jake the one who has those flashes? Well, this in both places, right? So why is he the one who have jungle hallucinations? The question hit me like a sledgehammer. Of course, it made no sense. I should have seen it. Should have. There are too many should-haves. Axe, I remember asking if there was another way back. I remember the way to avoid answering. Axe, what do you know that you're not saying? What do I know? He answered evasively. What do you know or guess? Prince Jake, as I said, I know very little about Sarah Rips. I was preoccupied by Axe. You call me your prince. Fine, I'm your prince. Answer the question. Prince Jake, it's possible that you are... it's possible you are the only real person here. The rest of us may only be memory. I felt a chill. What are you talking about? We may not actually be here. Not really. Yes, we're here in one timeline, but that timeline was later erased. Erased? Who erased it? You, Prince Jake. It's possible only you will escape this timeline. You may go back alone and alter everything so none of this ever happens. Is it just me or is this truly insane? Marco asked. How would I be the only one to escape? But we think the right way to get back to time involves them repeating the Dracon incident, right? Maybe, Prince Jacob may not be the only way. There may be another way. I didn't want to say anything because I wasn't sure, and... Hey, Tobias said sharply, Visitor Free in the window there? I just saw him wobble like a TV picture of interference. It's not him, it's projection. A decoy, Rachel said. Suddenly I saw my horrible mistake. Visitor Free knew at 8:54 was the cutoff. He knew, and he figured we knew too. So he knew we'd show up either the Buckfire or the Blade Ship trying to beat that deadline. He knew he'd try to hide aboard, and that's why his creature tried to Buckfire through the forest alongside the Blade Ship. So we'd have only one place to go. So we know exactly where he'd be before 8:54. It's a trap, I yelled. It's a trap. He's expecting us. At that very moment, I heard his voice in our heads. 5 cats and a bird. This will be too easy. Chapter 22, 8 p.m. Run! It's a trap! I bolted, but a vine reached up and snagged my front paws. I tumbled head over heel, and instantly a jaguar was up, but again a vine grabbed me, wrapping around my neck. The vines were alive. Like a snake, I wrapped around my jaguar throat and tightened. I couldn't breathe. I writhed all jaguar strength and broke free. I ran, then it hit me. I'd been wearing the Buckfire's computer on my neck. It was gone. It's a Lerdathrak, Nax yelled. The vines, it's Visitor Free Animorphs, creature and harbinger homeworld, Letherac. It suddenly acts with sound. The darkness is erupting around me in a tangle of vines, like being a storm of snakes. The vines shot through the air, reaching, grabbing, wrapped themselves around me. I saw a flash of jaguar, maybe Axe, I can be sure, being lifted in the air by one of the lifting vines. Lifted by his neck with 3 more vines around his legs and body. I went up to snake like things were everywhere. I had seen even a second they'd have me. Jake heard Marco yell, "It's got me!" Casta's big voice just screamed. Cassia yelled, "Marco!" Jake is huge, kind of my shell from above. Can't see above. It's like an octopus with 1,000 tentacles. A slither of tentacles slapped against me around my legs. I leaped a seconds away from being caught. I ran, but what else could I do? I ran. It's swallowing them, Max cried. No, it has a mouth. It's huge. Help them. I can't, I cried. The vine tangle was less numerous now, smaller and weaker. I'm inside something, Rachel said, smothering. Prince Jacob been small by a Letherac. I can't tell you. I can't even see you. Claw your way out. Can't move, Cassie moaned. I can't just watch this, I yelled. I'm going down. I was running in shock and horror. I was running in a panic, running flat out. The tentacle was no longer surrounding me, but when I paused, panting, and looked back, I saw it. It was like some gnarled old tree to come to life, like Medusa's head alive with snakes. I saw it outlining against the bright lights around the Blade Ship. It was rising from the ground, growing taller and taller. Tentacles like bullwhips, a maze of snake-like arms all surrounding a dark core. Through the tentacle I saw a wide, dripping, blue outlined mouth, as I watched the struggling jaguars tossed inside. And one thin tentacle reached, whipped, and wrapped around a bird that was diving toward it. Misery said. Just 5 little Andalites inside my craw. At least one free, but don't worry. Plenty of time to find you. He had them all but me. Settle down, my Andalite friends. Relax, I won't kill you yet. But you won't morph your way out of this. My Letherac morph will hold you tight until I decide your fates. He had them. Visitor Free had won. I was the one left. I was their only hope. Some hope, I told myself barely. I was the one in charge. I walked right into his trap. Don't feel sorry for yourself, Jake. Find a way out. The huge 1,000-tentacle creature moved easily and swiftly over the rainforest, and now on both sides I saw Harbinger warriors. Behind me, all around, a ring of pinning me as he slithered toward me, and then... Phew, even as my jaguar eyes couldn't see a spear fly. I only see it as it stuck into the back of Harbinger. Spears appeared out of nowhere, and Harbinger began dropping. Polo stepped into view, looked past me and launched a spear at the Letherac, launched it at Visitor Free. But the morph was far too quick. One vine reached out, snatched the spear from the air, and contemptuously tossed it back. It stuck on the ground where he grabbed it. There was no way to stop the Letherac. It was safe surrounded by its vine tentacles. The more vulnerable parts of the head was surrounded by a forest of the... Wait a minute. Not like vines. Not like tentacles. Wrong way to think, Jake. I realized branches. Like branches. I dove over darkness as I ran, began to demorph. I heard the flitter of spears flying to cries of Harbinger, but nothing had stopped the Letherac. The visitor kept coming. I was human now, blundering blind through slapping leaves, my bare feet cut and bruised. But at least I had a plan. I ran, focused on quick morph, and I ran and shrank, but still as I ran, even my legs came bowed and bent forward to use my knuckles like extra feet. And when I was fully monkey, I turned. The Letherac loomed above me, a 1,000 bull of tentacles slashed the air. Is that you, my last Andalite? He crowed. Is that little creature your final morph? Pathetic. Maybe so, I thought. As far as I'm concerned, you're just one big jumble gem. I leapt for the air. I leapt for the nearest tentacle, grabbed it, and swung and flew. No creature could penetrate a maze of swinging, snapping, slithering tentacles, but a monkey is all vines and branches. Swing, fly, catch. Swing, fly, catch. All at hyper speed, all to warp factor 10, but the monkey could do it. I grabbed one especially big tentacle, sent far in the air, trying to snap me loose, but I held on, and now I can see its head. I can see a drooping blue mouth that swallowed the others. I glanced aside. Polo, yes, standing with a spear in his hand. Your spear, cried, and thought, speak your spear. In a flash, he understood and threw it with all his might. It flew straight and true. From high in the air, holding on to whipping tentacle on my tail alone, I reached with both hands and snatched the spear out of the air. Did you know one of the reasons humans can throw so we once swung through trees? Yup. The short design makes it possible to swing from branch to branch, makes it possible to throw a spear. Very possible. So I threw, and the spear hit home. It sank into the flesh of the Letherac, and delivered the poisons of the rainforest to a deadly alien creature. But I used up all my luck. A tentacle whipped around me like a snapped high-tension wire, wrapped itself around my neck, and... Chapter 23, 8:19 p.m. I misjudged the distance on the ground, hit too hard, and rolled over a tangle of wings and talons. Nice landing, Tobias said with a laugh. Are you okay? Cassie asked me. She rushed over and picked me up. She sent me back down because I was starting to demorph, and I was getting heavier pretty quickly. What the? I didn't mean I also had a heart attack. I was back behind a motel, back getting ready to go to the Safeway. I looked at my watch. Could it be? What time is I? Asked Axe. 8:19, he said. 8:19, of course I knew the time. At 8:19, it felt strange and easy feeling about making a decision to go to the grocery store. But I made a decision to go ahead, and from that decision, everything else had followed. The cereal rip, the disaster in the rainforest. Cassie, have you ever been to Amazon? I asked. What? No, of course not. It didn't happen, at least not to this Cassie. But still something was going to happen unless I changed the timeline. Are we doing this or what? Rachel asked impatiently. Come on, Jake, are we doing this or what? I grinned, I laughed, afraid I giggled. Or what, Rachel? Definitely or what? We're out of here. It was a day later before I finally had a chance to talk to Axe alone. I told him everything. He thought I was nuts till I said the word cereal rip, and then he knew. This is all very amazing, he says to walk through the woods, the good old familiar woods, the ones that killer ants and piranhas and jaguars and snakes and natives with spears. I have no memory of any of this. Yes, pretty amazing, I said. I made so many wrong moves, screwed everything up. The computer, letting us walk in the trap, we were pretty much doomed. It was like I got a second chance to keep it from happening, but I don't even know how. The area you heard everyone say, I thought you said we had to create the cereal rip in order to undo it. He nodded. Yes, I suppose that would have worked, but there was only one other way. I stopped him. You never told me that other way. No, I wouldn't have. I don't know for sure, but there is a theory. I thought there might be. It's impossible for one person to be in two places at once, in theory. So if you eliminate one of the two, well, the consciousness snaps back together. I think that's what happened, Prince Jake, is that you died. I felt a shiver up my spine. But even as you died in the rainforest, you're still alive here, so your mind snapped back. Then you undid the timeline so none of it ever happened. You would find out you can't morph the jaguar or the monkey because you never acquired those animals. He made an Andalite smile, which just involves eyes as they have no mouths. They teach you stuff in your schools, huh? Yes. And you didn't really pay much attention to the lesson, huh? True. I can see why. This time travel stuff will make your head explode. Exactly. And on that day, there was this game. And this female. Walked a little further. It was a disaster down there, Axe, and I blew it. No one was still alive, in the end I got lucky. Maybe that is true, Prince Jake. My brother Evangor once told me a leader's job is to be lucky. Sometimes success is just luck. I nodded. It didn't make me feel any better. Evangor's luck ran out. Yes, I must hope yours does not, Prince Jake. I laughed. Don't call me Prince. Yes, Prince Jake. And that's the end of the story. Whew. Did tire me out too, especially. But I hope you all enjoyed Animorphs number 11. First time I time travel, but I will say it's definitely not the last time it happens. Yes, time travel is very wacky. Luckily, they died.